I'm joined by Kevin Hincks live at the CBOE for our pre-bell playbook, and a good morning to you. And we have earnings season, and this is a huge week for earnings. There's so much going on. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Nicole. 176 names in the S&P 500 coming out with the earnings this week, and a couple big movers to start the day today. United Healthcare's higher, PayPal's higher, UPS is higher. Day one of an FOMC meeting usually doesn't bring too many headlines, Nicole. We'll wait for tomorrow for the big news out of the Fed, although it's pretty much anticipated that they'll cut. But the news that could come out could be the press conference. And, you know, we're talking about 2 cuts by the end of the year. But what about a January meeting? What if there's a 3rd cut in January? That would be another headline-making event. I think it's interesting that grains are higher for the second day in a row, but metals are lower for the second day in a row. So looking at everything we have here, we do have some consumer confidence coming out in about an hour. It's expected to go from 94.2 to something closer to 93.5. So we'll watch for that number to come out as we get small amounts of economic data coming out. But you're right, Nicole. It's all about earnings right now as the pace and volume and high profile names really starting to pick up pace, with tomorrow and Thursday being 2 massive days for earnings, Nicole.
Yeah, look, I mean, over 175 companies this week, so people are ready to be ready. Let's talk about the Japan story. This, as the Nikkei has been at a new record high. We have that new prime minister, woman for the first time, Conservative Party. Tell me about the Trump story pertaining to Japan.
Yeah, today, President Trump is in Japan talking about a $500 billion trade deal with Japan, talking very friendly about the new prime minister of Japan and how their relationship, talking from, of all things, the USS George Washington, the aircraft carrier parked in Japan. So it's Japan today, it's China later in the week, and it's all about trade. It looks like they have a pretty big contingent of U.S. Trade people over there, so big announcements coming, and we'll watch throughout the day as more announcements are made. President Trump in Japan today, in China later in the week, Nicole.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? Yesterday during the afternoon show, I saw the headline cross about the Amazon layoffs, and I said, these must be corporate jobs, because I knew that Amazon had planned on having an enormous amount of folks coming on for the holidays. And then it turned out that isn't that what it is? There are some layoffs coming here for Amazon.
Welcome to cost discipline, which is what Andy Jassy is implementing here, about 14,000 jobs. You're right. Corporate roles is what they're doing. They say this number could reach as many as 30,000, as Amazon really showing their investments in AI are coming, but robotics and other efficiencies are making them less need these other corporate roles. So he thinks that not only robotics, but AI is also making the Amazon workplace more efficient. So 14,000 job cuts, some cost discipline there, with as many as 30,000. Remember, they come out with earnings this week as well, Nicole.
Yeah, as I think about the layoffs, I go back to my notebook from October 24th when I had already started a list, and I had Meta, AMAT, Rivian, and Target on there. So now, and you mentioned some of those already, and then the Amazon one now today. So my list is a little longer now in my notebook. Kevin Hincks, thank you. Good to see you. Appreciate it on this Tuesday.